welcome or welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. I just want to thank you for taking some time today to spend with me. This will be, I think, a shorter video. I'm just going to be giving you, as you can tell by the title, I'm just going to be giving you an update of how it's going in my N2. So if you haven't seen any of the past videos where I've been talking about just feeling like my A5, which I have right here, I just find like this is just a little bit too much room for the weekly spreads. The daily spreads I'm not having any problem with. I haven't filled out today, but the dailies are fine. It's just the weeklies where I just feel like I'm spending more time decorating. There's not a lot of time, functionally working in this. It's just not working for me that way. So I have moved to my A2 or my N2. So I have already had this. I didn't buy a new one. This one was my on-the-go planner, the one that I took to work. And I'm still doing that, except now I'm just kind of incorporating all of the things from the week's A5 into here. So I'll go through what kind of my experience was in using this week as my primary planner. So the first thing is, in this planner, because it was had a misprint from the manufacturer, whatever, I don't have any of the goal pages. So in the beginning of your Sterling ink pages, you get a year at a glance, you get a blank page, then you get your goals, then you get your, I guess, yearly tracker, and then you get your quarterly goals. So quarterly goals here and then quarterly trackers. I don't have any of that information in here. And I do kind of miss it and kind of don't. Some of the trackers I've incorporated into the weekly, and the kind of big goal, sections where I could write in the quarterly. I don't really miss it in this planner, but I could, it is available in the N2 size. It's just not in this particular planner. So one of the things that is very different though is the monthly, and I'm going to talk about the kind of downsizing into primarily this weekly spread, but the monthly spread is very is kind of one of the reasons why I think that this is slightly too small. So it is really tight when you put things in the month. So like you can have little icons and they take up a good, like almost a quarter of that section. Anytime you have like a celebration or a holiday, if you have, social media you want to keep track of, your work schedule, birthdays, it just kind of gets a little full. So here I have kind of my work schedule. I have some stuff for icons indicating certain things and the holidays, but there's not much else I can put that. So if, thinking about, if you are in an A5 and you're thinking about, maybe I'll just put this here, in an A5 and you're thinking about kind of downsizing because of the weeks, this one, if you use your monthly at all, you might want to think about this. Going forward, so in the month of March, I'm going to be doing a series where I 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm going to do 4 different layouts of the weeklies in my A5. So every Sunday I'll be doing a new idea. And so that'll be in the month of March. So I won't need this monthly as much, but I did want to say, if you are, you know, in a small planner, so I would say week size and smaller, and this is not a, I'm not getting paid for this or anything, but a PMD, she's on Etsy. She does a whole bunch of icons in really, really small. So you can get, this is, I think, the 0.8 icon, but she also does a, this one, which is a 0.5. So those are tiny, tiny. So if you do have a tiny planner and you want to put things in months, I found like using these little icons and kind of indicating that there's something happening there is a good option, because then you don't have to write a lot of stuff and you can kind of keep that month clear. So I know there's other companies that do tiny icons, but I've not seen anything that is quite so tiny as these ones from, like, I'll just give you another example, like that. Like that is tiny. I mean hundreds on a page. And that's a laptop. So yeah, so if you're looking for really tiny icons, PMD might be the one. So yeah, so if we just, you know, going through the planner, we're thinking about downsizing. This one, the month is small. Obviously, you know, there are things you can do like tiny icons to make it work better. And that's what I've done. So let's move to the problem child. Yeah, I'll use this one. Okay, so this is the first week that I've done this. So if you've seen the video before this, I was going to do the last 2 weeks in February and this one exclusively, the end to exclusively, and I am. So I'll just go through a couple of things that I noticed. So I had done this deco before I had even decided that that's what I was going to, you know, I was going to be in here. And I'm still happy with it. I think it's minimal enough, but it's decorative enough that I, you know, enjoy it. I have some stickers here to indicate the week and what I must do this week. And a meal plan. Again, I got these from PMD. And then this one here, I think, I'm going to say it's like Happy Cutie Studio. I got that a long time ago. And then this tiny, I don't know if you can see it, I'll put it up here. So this is a tiny habits sticker. They're called Wee Bars, and they're from Let's Planet. And I think they're largely for this, you know, very small planner. And yeah, it just comes in like a little bar sticker. It's not even like cut around the letters. It's just, I'll show you. I've got an example here. So there it is, Wee Bars. And yeah, they're just squares or rectangles. So yeah, and she has a whole bunch of different, this one's habits, but I have like trash and grocery and all that. Okay. So that's one of the things that I probably would think about again if I was moving from something big to something small, is I have, and you can see this here, I have different font stickers, or different script stickers, sorry, that are quite a bit larger. They work well in the A5, but here they take up, as you can see, a good portion of that, you know, a rectangle there. So again, thinking about if I was going to move into these permanently, I would probably want to have more of these size stickers, so script stickers that were smaller. So again, icon stickers that are smaller and script stickers that are smaller, so that it doesn't take up so much room. But you can see here I put down tiny icons here, and these icons are for like my social media stuff. But I also have a bigger icon here. Again, this isn't that big and it doesn't take up too much room. But if you have a lot to write in your, one little rectangle of your day, that takes up some time. I did like the fact that I've divided it in half. So this half is like for home stuff and this stuff is for work stuff or stuff that I know ahead of time that I can put down. So like my social media, I just put those there. And I know I'm going to do that. My pill tray there. So yeah, so it's worked, besides the larger scripts, I think the space seems to be enough. And yeah, I would probably go ahead and get some more of these. There's quite a lot that comes on a page in different, like grocery shop and laundry, things that I have every week. But as I said, in large part, this seems to work. If I have a lot of things, like say this example on Wednesday, I had kind of a lot of things to do and I've put them on Wednesday, but it's very easily, done to move it to here. This is my weekly to-do list, so the things that don't have a particular day that I need to do. And actually I did this thing. So I can just continue the list down if I want. I didn't want to make this all, shoved in there. But you can see I've managed to, we're only on Thursday here, so there's still this part of the week to go, but everything else is fitting nicely. My meal plan fits quite good here. I was originally putting it in my sidebar here, and now I just put it here. I could use the same stickers, I just didn't have any but I could also just write it, so that works out well. And then this is a habit tracker, and now this habit is the same as I've used in the quarterly. So it's the same one, I just recorded it weekly and then I'll just transfer it into here. Not a problem. So that fits. So everything, as you can see, fits. So far I'm enjoying it. One of the things I really enjoy about doing the weeks like this is that I can always write stuff down before I get the week set up. So with the A5, I was always like putting something on a post-it note and putting it in the future weeks because I didn't know what pen I would be using, what kit. I didn't want to mess things up. But here, because I know essentially what the stickers are going to look like, even if I haven't put them down. So this is a good example. So I've put down work stuff here because I know that work stuff is going to go here. I know I'm going to be using this pen, and then I just will draw the line down the center and then I will decorate. So I can, if things come up, I can just write them in without having to worry about having set up the week. Now, of course, I say worry, but it's not really a worry, is it? But I would kind of just for example, I'd pre-set up these things so that I knew what I was going to do in each page. But because I already know what I'm going to be doing roughly in each page, I set it up the same way. So that I really enjoy that. I also enjoy I just love the kind of the size of it, the feel of it in my hands. I have these tabs, they're Avery tabs, and I know that I can cut them so that they're not sticking out so much. And I probably will do that. But at the moment, that's not bothering me that much. And they're pretty substantial for like just paper tabs. And because they stick out so much and everything, I'm really impressed with them. And I just have these ones on there because sometimes I find like my Midori index clips slip off. And that's fine, it's not a big deal, but I don't want them to slip off. and me lose them. So as long as I'm using them at home, I don't mind, but if I take it out in the wild, I don't want to lose them. So yeah, so I think that this weekly spread gives me enough room for all the things that I need to accomplish in the week. Now, having said that, the one caveat, I suppose, or the one thing that's holding me back from embracing this in the long term is that you really, if you wanted to use any kind of like character stickers, so I'm talking Coffee Monsters Co. or Stick with the Plan. I'll find you like an example. So this one, the little one here, this little guy is reading, and I've got reading beside it. I've got an update planner here. These are all Coffee Monsters Co. Here, this one is a Cora from Let's Planet. So if I wanted to use any of those, you're really, looking at quite a big chunk being taken over by those stickers, especially on this side. Obviously, if I use it on this side, you might have a little bit more leeway. So that's kind of keeping me, still teetering on whether or not it would be wise to continue in an end to going forward. And again, I'm trying to use what I have because that's just what I want to do. But if you're having problems with your A5 or even your N2 and you want to move to a different planner, you go right ahead. I'm not here to shame anyone for doing so. I'm just trying to do it the way I would like to do it. So yeah, so the character stickers, I may feel like in the future I'd want to go with the N1, which is the standard size, and it is a good size bigger than this, I think. I really want to get out the measurements and see how it relates to, because I originally thought that the standard was like half of the was the same width as a week's, but it's the height of a A5. And I think I might be right on that. But there is also like an A5 slim. So, sizing of planners and things like that can still, still to be determined. But so far, I like this. I just want to use some character stickers that haven't been able to. So then this is next week, and I only have one thing planned for out of work, but I put in my work schedule. On the days that I don't work, I do put off on this planner. I didn't do it in my A5, but it seems like in this planner I need to be specific about that. And then I have this place to, write down my habit trackers, my weekly to-do list, and my meal plans. So that looks good. Okay, so let's move into the back. So in the back, I will, if this was going to be my main planner and I was doing this, say 2026, I would want this, the daily sections to be, or the notes pages to be daily pages. So in here, in the A5, I'm doing basically journaling and some to-do lists occasionally. That's not going to be, I kind of like spread myself out in here because I know I have a billion notes pages. Here I'm doing like two days per page, but I don't have to, basically. So if I was going to move in here, I would be doing maybe a page per day and then having like a to-do list and then some sort of journaling. But because I hadn't set this up yet, this is just notes. So this is just very like just all sorts of different kinds of notes. So basically, there's no rhyme or reason, but I do try and go in through here and like mark it off if it's not important anymore. And I'm continuing to do that in this book because I have the A5 to do journaling, and I only have the compact, so I would probably need to get the full so that I have enough pages. I also have video ideas, something, space to read, to research, and so forth. I do have a pocket in here, but every time I put things in here, they slide out anyway, so I would probably use this as the pocket. And this cover is the Sterling Ink cover, and it's too small, and it's too small, and I've tried to stretch it. Sorry, there's somebody going by with a leaf blower to get rid of the snow, but hey ho. So I've tried to stretch it. I've stretched it a couple of times, and it stretches enough to get on, but then it does kind of flip the lid up, the cover up. This one, strangely enough, is the Hobonichi Weeks cover, and I did stretch it, and it fits perfectly on the N2 compact. So if you are still trying to find a cover that works, that might be an option. I have all these stickers kind of stuck down, so I may decide to use like going forward, the more I put into it, start to use this without the cover, because like I said, it's kind of too tight for it, and it's not liking it very much. But yeah, as a final verdict, definitely enjoyed being in this week. I'm going to continue next week, and then like I said, stay tuned if you're interested to find out if you have an A5 and you finding it too big and you want to, or you're just bored of the weekly spreads, especially the vertical weekly spread, and you want to see some new ways to, you know, do your weekly layout. Stay tuned, because like I said, in March, I'll be going, the last 4 weeks of March, I'll be going through 4 different weekly spreads that you can do in your A5 if you're bored with your vertical. And then on the first week of March, I'll be doing a flip through. So if that sounds interesting to you, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support, all the subscriptions and the views and the likes and comments. Let me know if you have downsized your planner. Where did you start off, and where have you gone to? And what kind of challenges are you having with the smaller planner, if any? Maybe you've found a planner piece. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.